I can add that on. Hello, people. For those who are for my new subscribers, hello and welcome. My name's Dan. Yes. He's Mr. Reed. Hi. Ah, he is shitting again. And weirdly enough, I just calmed him the other day. But luckily, a certain somebody has a grooming appointment next week. Because quite frankly, I'm getting tired of doing it. Besides, this one has never been to the groomer before, at least since I got him. So, luckily, I don't have to go to Austin to do it. I can. There's a place in Bastrop, or PetSmart in Bastrop, I should say, that recently opened up in my area. So it's gonna save me from having to go all the way into Austin to get him groomed at the PetSmart there that I know of. Plus, leaving him in the one that's here locally, I got to drop his ass off. And go do my shopping because they said it's gonna, I've talked to a couple of groomers. They said it's gonna take at least 2 hours to get him done because he's a long hair breed. So so yeah, I was originally supposed to take him to the groomers a few weeks ago, actually like a month and a half ago. But I wound up not making the appointment or getting him to that appointment, I should say. So and I've just kind of put it off till now. So will you stop it? There's the tangle, you little rascal. Ain't my dang fault that you got long hair. You got long hair, boy. This little boy is just pissed off because he has to get combed out, and you can just see how tangled up it is. Because normally I can run this through his tail a few times and it's fine, but like I even got hair in my hand. Look, I got hair in my face where it's not supposed to be. Get your tail in over here, boy. Generally, this isn't something that I sh- show very often. Uh, when it comes to Reed, uh, this is only the second video I've ever done on with him combing him, at least. See, it's all just from his tail. And granted, don't get me wrong, but this is just without even shampooing. Normally, I would do this kind of a heavy combing through after I've bathed him with the shedding shampoo. See, right there, there's another tangle in his hair. And for those who think I'm going really, really hard in the camera, I'm really not. It just looks aggressive. I mean, I'm happy to go aggressive in some areas over others. Um, and that's only because of the, you know, amount of hair that I have to push through. Like here, I'm just short, quick strokes helps loosen it up. Ah, there you go. But the reason I ain't doing this under his bath today is because he don't need one. He doesn't need a bath for another couple of days at least. I ain't done with you. Boop, boop. What I'm doing here is I'm just trimming around his pads or around his nails at this point. Nails at this point to kind of, or I should say, I'm doing around both his paws and his nails. Uh, well, if ye stop twitching, this will go a lot quicker. But the reason I'm doing this with his leg cocked out like this because I already got him on his side. So, like I've already made like when I scheduled his room appointment through the app, I even told him, I was like, hey, it's sensitive around his paws, so be careful. I'm like, he's also a pawer, so mind the face, um, because he does like to swing those front paws, especially if you stop petting him. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this front pause while I got him down, or I turn him over like a rotisserie chicken. Ooh, come here, you. But if y'all do it, like if anybody has a dog that does like to move a lot when you're grooming, especially long hairs like this, and you're trying to do around his paws, what I do, and this doesn't work, is that pin him down like this with your forearm, but not so hard. Pressure down on him, but not so hard that they will squirm more, but just enough pressure to where they know that, hey, you're that they're this tells them that, hey, you're not in control. I'm in control here, and you need to behave. Um, uh, so like what I'm doing here is I'm actually pulling his leg in and pulling it in and up at the same time for one of several reasons. One, because I need to be able to get to his paw, but also what this minimizes is that it minimizes how much he jerks out. See, like just then he see how he twitched just then? He couldn't go that far because I have his stop it. Thank you. I have his paw at a weird angle to where it's immobilizing him to the point to where he can't really move that much. And also what I'm doing is I'm putting some pressure. So imagine this the bottom paw, the section right here, the bottom paw. All I'm doing is just pushing enough pressure up here, but like, hey, I'm in control. Don't move. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not a barber. I never will be a barber. But I'm just telling you what I have learned through experience with this little munchkin. Good try, you. Good try. Now, one place I like to trim around is inside it, or around his ear canal. Why do you have to have so much hair, Reed? Seriously, dude. Now, if you do this at home and you trim around their ears on your own, be very, very careful when you do so, because wrong move in the ears on a dog can be very, very bad. Oop. See now, when you see how he jerked his head just then, when your dog does that, you want to pull your scissors away immediately, because trying to chase their ear with the scissors like that, you can actually nick the tip of their you can actually nick the top of their ear on the earlobe. Because unlike humans, dogs are a lot more sensitive in their ears. And what I'm doing here is I'm just holding him down so I can actually do this without. wi- I hold him down like this to help minimize the chances of him, lunging too far and me causing an injury to him. You don't have to do it this way, especially if there's two people in the house where y'all do it a tag team it together. But you can do it. As my daddy used to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So um, you know. You ain't done yet. What time is it? I might have to give him a shower. Just losing too much hair. Yep, he's getting a bath. There's just so much hair that I'm gonna have to bathe him. You're getting a bath. Get up, up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get up. Go lay down. Yeah, just give me a few and I gotta go turn the water on. Ooh, good try, boy. Come on, you. Hey. Now, for those who are wondering what kind of shampoo I use, this right here. You can find it at Tractor Supply. I don't know if PetSmart or Petco sells it. But I do know that uh, Tractor Supply sells this. And it's a de-shedding shampoo uh, with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E. So that's going to help with the coat. And it's pH balanced for dogs, free from uh, all the sulfates, synthetic fragrance dyes, and some other things. So the omega-3 helps with the dry skin, helping with shedding lead. Vitamin E helps with the flakiness and promotes a shinier coat. And it's kind of like a conditioner. And then the honey helps balance the skin's pH level. Um, yeah, and one thing that you want to do is shake this stuff up because if it helps get everything mixed in together. Um, but for those who are wondering, Dan, why don't you just wash them outside? First off, I live alone. Okay, I'm single. I'm a single Pringle. Okay. Secondly, trying to bathe him outside alone, it would be a lot more difficult because I wouldn't be able to control him. But and at least in here, um, I'm able to control him because he's contained in the tub here. He would just stay where I put him. Um, so it's a lot more controlled when I do it this way. Be a very good boy. He isn't a big fan of getting a bath, so uh, like after it takes a little bit longer than most dogs to get him bathed because of the fact that he just doesn't like it. Um, but at this point, I don't care. He understands that it's fun, and there's chicken. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, but as you can see, he's not too very happy about getting a bath. But it is that time of year where he's losing a lot of his coat. Uh, uh, he's going to be shitting about 5 times more than he normally does. And believe me, I should know because they climbed up my drain a few weeks ago, or a few days ago. But Yeah, I know. I have to agree. Yeah, I'd have to agree with the puppy dog eyes. Um, but he has that look every single time I give him a bath. Like he hates it, but you know, he's getting to the point to where he's uh more comfortable with it. He just, he still obviously doesn't like it, but um, the one thing that I have to do with him is part of the reason why he doesn't like it is because if it's me shedding shampoo, what I do with it is that, sure, he could hate it, but I've had him for 4 or 5 months at this point. Um, let's see. Yeah, it'll be 4 months at the end of the month because I got him at the end of January. Um, but one thing that I have to do with him is um, I literally have to actually like it's like when you're shampooing your hair for those who have long hair. Um, you have to kind of scratch your scalp to clean out your hair. It's kind of the same way with him. I have to actually scratch his, kind of dig into him and actually like to actually get in there and actually start breaking up those fibers, or I should say loosen them up. I should say is where um needs to get going. Wait, but yeah, I always had to get under his chin here because this boy has a white. This isn't just shampoo right here. This is actually a white streak. And it actually goes clear down his belly. Come on, turn around. Come on, turn around, you. Uh, I always have to make sure I get his white streak. But oh, we gotta get the film through. And generally, I would do a dual shampoo on him. But my neighbor recently got a puppy himself, and when I say puppy, it's a lot younger than mine. This thing's like six, 7 weeks old, and I had an extra bottle of shampoo, and it was specifically puppy shampoo, but you know, didn't need it for Reed anymore here. So I was like, hey, I got this puppy shampoo. Here you go. So I gave it to them so that they could walk their dog. So, I'm like, yeah, the puppy feed is worth. I knew it was for those. But one thing for anybody that owns a long hair dog, or has a family member that owns long hair that wants their own dog, one thing that you want to do is actually like I'm just running the water back and forth, but what I normally do is I actually go up with the hose. So here's the tip of the hose, right? And I go up the side so that way I can make sure that um I get all the all the shampoo off of him. Uh, because the shampoo can actually, if you leave shampoo on a dog, it can. It's like leaving soap on a human on us, right? It's irritating. So just imagine it on a dog, but 10 times worse. Uh, but for those who don't know, the last time I bathed him, that's how much hair I pulled out on my brain a few days ago. Um, but right now it is that time of year to where they're shedding 3 times more than normal. But last time I combed him, I thought I pulled out all the hair, but I stood corrected, obviously. What turned into a simple combing for this boy turned it into a bath, if you put it that way. You like making things difficult, don't you, boy? Go ahead, take a shake. Look, come on. Look at it. Please. Go ahead and shake, Rick. Spoon. Now, because the sun's still shining out there, and it is quite humid and hot this the other day, I'm just gonna lightly dry him off. At least get majority of the, get his face dried. He does like this part. He actually does like to get his face dried off. So, kudos there. Uh, Generally, I would, I can't even talk because I got hair in my mouth. Where you going, boy? Where you going? Uh, Generally, I would towel and air dry him off with a hair dryer. Uh, but seriously, why am I going to waste power when it's blistering hot out there? He'll be dry in 15 minutes. You know, let's heat for you. I did that last time. He would dry within 30 minutes. Um, but I do like to dry him off for the most part, or as much as possible, or really as much as this towel will let me dry him off. Um, Without it getting fully soaked. Um, and then I just plop him outside and bada bing, bada boom. Happy prompt. Thank you. It's his style anyway, so I don't care if it gets wet. All right. It is dry them again. Or dry as this towel. Oh, read. Hey, careful, careful. Ugh. Ouchie. And he just went flying at the freaking door like the crazy bunchkin he is. Pretty good. There he is. Raid. Don't even think about it, Raid. Raid. Raid Alexander. Right. My neighbor's dog is out. Okay. No. And yeah, he's fun part is actually getting him dried off completely. Uh, but anyways, but yeah, my neighbors just got home with their dog, and he is now death staring him down because he wants to chase. But the fucking problem is that the neighbor's dog is damn small for them to play, upwards to play, and he's a lot bigger. Like that dog's maybe an eighth of his size. So he's, that dog is still very, very terrified of just about any other dog at this point. Uh, I know that from experience because I did try to introduce him, and this little critter, sk- ah, he's scared the ever living shit out of him. Get Reed Alexander. Yeah, all I gotta do is just get my dad voice out, and he'll listen. Yeah, you. But here's your stickies. I like to chase a stick. But he is not a fan of being told no. Actually, now just he's going wrong apps. I can already tell. But I did this the other day, or I think it was last week or the week before last. I chased him with the stick, or let him chase the stick around for a bit. Uh, let's see. Um, but yeah, like he is very picky about what's this? What's this? But yeah, I think this is actually by far I think by far this is the longest video I've actually done of Reed since I got him. Normally shorts and quick videos and stuff like that, but I mean there are the other videos, but uh they're generally within 35 minutes, not 42 and a half. Um Give me that shit. See, and now uh, there we go. Thing was coming loose. But for those who don't know, this little rascal's birthday is coming up on the 5th of July. Uh, so if anybody has any recommendations of what I should get him other than food, because I already have a plan for that. Uh, but if anybody has any ideas of what I should get him, like toy, like should I get him more toys? And if so, what kind of toys should I get him? Should I get him squeaky ball? Should I get him tennis ball? Stuff like that. So if anybody has any uh recommendations, uh definitely let me know in the comments. So that way I will know. But but yeah, as you can see, my neighbor's kids are over there, and they got their little puppy out with them. So he thinks he's still 20, and he thinks he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. But what he doesn't realize is that he is the better part of 5 times bigger than that other dog, and quite literally could kill him. Like literally, in like 2 or 3 bites, he could devour that dog in like 3 bites. Like when I say that dog is small, that dog is like from my arm is about that big. Like shit you not. Like it is extremely tiny. And I don't even know what breed it is. Uh, but for those who don't know, this is not an Australian. This is not a German Shepherd. This is an Australian Shepherd that I have. And the reason I say that is because when I got him from the pound, on the paperwork it says that he's um uh um uh the shelter says that he's uh they say that he's a German Shepherd mix. If he was a German Shepherd mix, he'd look like a fucking German Shepherd. But he don't look like a German Shepherd. That's the fucking problem. Uh, I have a friend of mine out of state who knows somebody that happens to be a veterinarian. And we're all like, yeah, that ain't a German Shepherd. That's an Australian Shepherd mix. Um, Really, the only way that you would think that he's a German Shepherd, if he does have a German Shepherd mix in him, is his paws. Yeah, true blue healer, but if there is a blue healer mix, it is very, 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 very small. Uh, his primary uh, lineage is Australian Shepherd. The only really way that people might mistake him for a German Shepherd mix, possibly being Indian, is his paws. Because, which I'll show you. Uh, you look very closely at his paw there, how it has that black, brown, white combination. It's on all four paws. So, which leads me to believe that there is a possible German in him, but if there is, it's like maybe 2%. Uh, he likes to chase his stick. So, plus letting him chase it gives him that sense of he's still in the wild and he's chasing prey. And also he is about to be he's 10.5 months, so he still's, got a bunch of pent up fucking energy, as you can tell. Cannot stay. Yeah, true, true. But like for the most part, maybe a little bit of a border collie. I doubt it though. Uh, but I really don't see a border collie in him, if at all. But I'm actually planning on doing a DNA test on him, and sending it off. Apparently, you can do that with dogs. Uh, I'm planning on doing a DNA draw on him and sending it off to actually see for certain exactly what his breeds are. Um, what is it, buddy? Must have been flies. Probably was. We've been getting a lot of rain the last couple of days out here, so the skeeters and the gnats and fat bugs and June bugs and just about everything else under ton is out right now. Um, but anyways, but yeah, but back to the original topic. If anybody has any good good birthday presents like toy wise that I should get him, uh, let me know because I know I'll probably more likely on the 4th of July. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a barbecue or do an early one. Because I do know that he likes bananas and apples. I know that because I've already tried. I've already tested it, and he likes peanut butter. I've already tested it, so I know. Um, but yeah, that's true, true. Yeah, I think they actually sell those type of toys online. I think that are like chew proof, or you can't really chew through them too much. I don't know, but yeah. But I always had to step on his toy to actually make it stop it. See, he likes his toys, and that was actually from uh some work I was doing back behind my RV. Um, and actually, you can see the remnants of it over there. I've been opening up my fence line and found a stick, and he went after it, and so that's his stick now. And it really is. I don't give a shit because, quite frankly, as long as he ain't biting me, I don't give a fuck. Um, but yeah, generally, I don't show a combing and bathing video at the same time. 'Cause if you look back at my last two long videos of Reed, it's been one or the other. I generally don't do both, but he was shedding so much that uh, I had to put him through the bath. But he is going to the groomers next week. Oh, I am getting bit. I'm getting ate up by freaking mosquitoes and just about everything else. Um, but next week he's going to be going to the groomers to actually see how he does. Um, I'm gonna talk to the groomer and see if I can actually get some video of them grooming him and see how, post it. But um, it really just depends on what the groomer says. I do know that I can't physically be in the grooming studio with him while he's doing it, while they're grooming him, and he's going poop, which is great. It's a good thing too. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get them to do some videos for me of him getting groomed and stuff. So I go like, hey, can I make a compilation video of it? Um, but one thing that I generally do is check his what, just to make sure that there isn't any blood. Because because it does happen where dogs can excrete blood through their number two. So especially when they're young. Um, and he was on heartworm treatment when I got him just for his own safety because he was a shelter dog. Um, so I periodically just check his dumps so that way I can um, make sure that there isn't any like blood or anything that would cause the blood to look up, to make the number two look up normal. Um, and it's really not even a bad recommendation. It's just something that I do. Um, granted, he does have a vet, but I'm going to be taking him to a different vet down near my old hometown that my family used for years. Uh, I had to drive. I'm going to have to drive through. It's going to be a whole entire ordeal just to get him down there because just to get to Uvalde is a 3 hour drive. Um, yeah, it's about a 3 hour drive, three and a half because to get to San Antonio, it's 2.5 hours. Um, and to get to Uvalde is about another hour and a half. And that doesn't even include stops. Do not even think about it, Reed Alexander. Sit, dude. Hey, buddy. No, Raid. Raid. Yeah, it came from back over there when I was trimming those trees up. Raid, be nice. Great. And Raid. Great. Now I gotta chase my dog. That's good. I do need to call it quickly go out in public. Uh, Would you stop it? That's a good place to go. Good, good, good thing. Another place. What they have a heart, and I think Reese is easy. That's right. Very, very quick. Great. You want an ass whooping? I'll give you one. But I'm going to check on leases that extend like that and check how. Go. Yeah. You're looking at leashes. Make sure that very discovered here. That way, then they'll call. How can that be? Yes, I'm right. But that is these are but just all people. You don't want to get it right. It's gonna fit. And then next thing you know, like you do stand fail right. And there's a dog in traffic. Oh man, God forbid that ever happens to a dog. I've actually seen it happen. And it's the reason I have this car is oh yeah, I noticed that the other day. But this is why I have this space right here. And, you know, I can actually well, if you start squirming, that's dog. And I cannot trust it. Yeah, I noticed that something. There's this dog. I thought, I thought, yo, no, I know, I actually found it from my car. No, that's it. But, you should tell about like a something like that. Like, you know, like, plain ice. No. But this is also the other reason like oh, that's pretty weird. Like, gotta- oh yeah. What? Come on, you. Hui. Come on, Reed. But anyways, people. Here. No, I got a Reed. Come on. Now I got a doggy in tow. Look at her. Right there. Good. Hello. All right. Well, folks, I will see you on the next video.